Welcome back here with us on Overdrive. Just earlier this week, Volkswagen India announced that the very popular sedan Virtus would come with a manual transmission, and so would the SUV, the Taigun. Now, this, of course, is a dream come true for many of the driving enthusiasts. So we sent Bert to Kochi to get us all the details.
Volkswagen is very well known for introducing several new variants of existing products in the market. They've done this over several years, and they will beef up the entire portfolio with several variants, performance or cosmetic for that matter. And today is no different. I'm here in Kochi attending Volkswagen's annual brand conference, where they've just revealed, well, 6 rather variants and iterations that come up in the Taigun and the Virtus product lines. Now, keep in mind also there's added heat to their sales numbers coming in from Tata Motors, from Hyundai, who also launched a lot of new products. Keep in mind, Hyundai has also come up with the Verna, so that sedan is definitely making waves and of course causing a bit of, well, I'd say concerns for Volkswagen, which was a dominant player in the sedan segment. And now, of course, what we're seeing behind me is the Virtus with several trim levels, as well as the Taigun with several other additions to it as well. Now, principally amongst this, what is coming in is the manual transmission. That's going to make a big play because there is a huge amount of demand from consumers who want the manual transmission, especially with the GT line. Now, let me tell you how this works out. Volkswagen India is, of course, creating a sub-brand called the GT Edge, which falls under the GT line. So all of the GT variants will now come under that GT Edge. Principally, that means the 1.5 engine will come now with manual transmissions at the top end and at the bottom end. In addition, they've also got 2 conceptual vehicles. There's the Taigun Trail, and of course we've got the Sport variant. Now, those are expected sometime after June, but in the meantime you've got some colorways. You've got the manual transmission coming up in GT, you've got the black edition, you've got this matte edition as well, and of course, like I said, the manual transmission options as well. So all of this is being brought in to beef up Volkswagen's portfolio in India, simply because they see the potential to grow further. Currently, the Taigun is doing about 2,500 numbers in the market, with the Virtus lagging a little behind at 2,000. And Volkswagen intends to bring those numbers up, say about 2,250 to 2,300 units every month from the Virtus brand, and taking the Taigun up to almost about 3,000 units per month. So it's a steep ambition, but one that definitely can of course be achieved for Volkswagen. And this is what their entire portfolio intends to do. Let me take you through what each of these cars has to offer. Volkswagen India will be kicking off a sub-brand called the GT Edge, which will now club all of the GT and other limited edition models under the sub-brand. This is an extension of the GT badged cars, whose intent is to deliver higher performance and energetic visuals to enthusiastic customers. There has been significant demand for a manual transmission variant clubbed with the 1.5-litre turbo Virtus. Volkswagen India has finally made this possible with a 6-speed manual transmission in the top spec performance line trim, dubbed as the GT Plus manual. GT logos and blacked out alloys further enhance the appeal for enthusiasts demanding for this particular spec. The Taigun 2 gets an upgrade with a 1.5-litre TSI DSG in GT trim, while also adding the manual transmission option through the new GT Plus trim. Prior to this, the Taigun did have a manual transmission option, but only in a lower end trim. The Taigun range now gets more volume with the addition of the manual transmission at the top end. Volkswagen is also well known for adding several cosmetic trim options to their range of cars over a period of time, and both the Taigun and Virtus get the same treatment. There is a GT DSG Sport, which is purely cosmetic with graphic decals and stickers adorning the body panels. This will be priced as an entry-level GT model, making the GT cars more accessible to a wider audience. A Taigun Trail concept has also been revealed, which in addition to graphic decals on the bodywork also comes with a roof rail and blacked out alloy wheels. Expect these cars to go on sale after June 2023. And finally, Volkswagen has added a few new color options to the Taigun and Virtus range. The Taigun GT Plus trim gets a matte grey shade specifically, with the red accents subtly spread across the door panels, brake calipers and the front bumpers, giving it an impressive stance. Volkswagen has also added a deep pearl black shade to both the Taigun and Virtus range. And finally, there is a new lava blue paint scheme available for all Virtus models. Volkswagen is not yet done and expect several more additions in the near future. The current, the range, both the Taigun and the Virtus for that matter, do you think this is a complete, portfolio for you right now, or is there still space, to occupy a few more price points?
Of course, there is always space. A lot of combinations, a lot of variations are possible. You could think of bringing an automatic transmission at lower price points. You could even think of bringing a DSG at lower price points in the Virtus. So a lot of possibilities available with the kind of combinations that we have, and we have to continuously work on it and look at what the market potential is, what are customers looking for in different parts of the country, and of course the market will also evolve as you go ahead. So definitely you have to keep on taking this feedback, keep on analyzing the market and start planning.
And one last question, Ashish. With these new additions, with all of these trims coming in, how is this going to affect, waiting periods, especially for consumers? What they would like to know is, whether this increases it or they still streamline enough to make sure deliveries come on time.
Yeah, I think overall, if you look at our delivery timelines, most of our variants have an availability timeline of 2 to 3 weeks, except for a few, variants like the GT Plus DSG on the Virtus, which also has improved to 4 to 6 to 6 to 8 weeks now, and it will become even better. So on the whole, our current portfolio is available not more than a waiting period of 2 or 3 weeks. So that's pretty comfortable. Our supply situation is definitely better than last year. But yes, for the exclusive GT Edge collection, this will be specific colors and variants which will be made, combinations which will be made built to order. So we will communicate the waiting time to the customers from order to delivery.
With that, it's a wrap on this week's edition of Overdrive. But remember, you can stay in touch with the team through Facebook, Twitter, as well as YouTube. And you can follow our latest updates on Instagram. We'll see you next week. Until then, goodbye and many thanks for watching.